Hi, welcome back to another care collab. Today's collab is on the Doritaenopsis or Phalaenopsis Sogo Vivien. Doritaenopsis has been reclassified as a Phalaenopsis. Mine is labeled as a Phalaenopsis. It is the Sogo Vivien Leaf's Edge. I'm joined today in this care collab with Ria from Simply Orchids, etc., Paula from Hillbilly Orchids, Nina from Ninja Orchids, and a new channel I have not heard of yet, Orchids at Home. I will be very excited to go watch their videos once they are posted. The idea of the care collab is everyone post on the same day. Of course, depending on time zone, some of our videos will come up before others, but ideally you post on the same day, on the same orchid or orchid type, and we share our care in our specific environments. I hope you enjoy this, so let's get started. So I've had mine since July of 2021. I did receive it as a gift from Nicole Deanna, who also participated in the last care collab that was done earlier this year. So that was back in July that I got it. I got it on the 26th and I repotted her on the 30th. So let me just zoom down here, move the camera so we can look at our lovely lady here. So as you can see, it is known as the leaf's edge because of the variegation along the edge of the leaf. And since I've gotten her, she has grown this leaf here and is working on a new leaf. Now, initially I did have her in a little bit less light, not such bright light. And this leaf that she grew here, as you can see, there is some variegation on it. However, it's not all around the leaf like these older leaves. And this is one of the reasons that most people like this orchid and want the orchid, is because of the interesting leaves when it's not in bloom. Initially, she came to me in her original nursery pot, which was in moss, and I kept her in the pot until I saw new root growth, and I repotted her into sphagnum moss. About a week or two, I'll say about 3 weeks, less than a month, I noticed that my leaves were starting to dehydrate. See the wrinkling on the leaves? That's signs of dehydration. So I took her out of the sphagnum moss that I had her in, and a lot of the roots that were put in there had desiccated off. If you hear a little bit of pitter-patter walking around, those are my babies. Again, this is one of those last-minute care collabs. I waited because I wanted to show you guys more blooms than what we're going to see. I will show you the blooms momentarily. Let's finish talking about her first. Those are my pups, but let's get back to our Sogo Vivien here. Where was I? Roots. So she had lost quite a few of the roots that she initially went in with. So I did take her out of that and I repotted her into, it is moss and small bark with some perlite and some charcoal just kind of mixed around. And since then she's done much better. I don't see any roots on the outside, but I have noticed with this particular phal, which again is a Doritaenopsis, reclassified as a Phalaenopsis, that her roots do not grow and take off like a hybrid phal or even one of our summer novelty phals. And I did grab one of mine that was repotted about 2 weeks before my Sogo Vivien. She's an all moss and perlite. Look at the roots on her. Look at that. I mean, that is what you are used to seeing, well, what I'm used to seeing with Phalaenopsis roots. Like there, look, she's even got more coming out. And just for the record, this is my Phalaenopsis Yin's Black Eagle. So these are the kind of roots I was looking for. Don't expect that with a Doritaenopsis Sogo Vivien. Like I said, I've noticed her roots grow really, really small. I, again, was expecting to see quite a few roots. However, there are, I thought, yeah. So if you look really close, see that little dot right there, right above my nail? That is a root. Now that root was just growing when I put her in this pot, probably in August. I didn't write it back here, but it was probably August. I noticed about 2 months ago that she started to spike. So I did reach out to Nina and I was like, oh, Sogo Vivien's going to spike. I did put her under the Barina light down here. That saucer that you see, that is where she sits. So she's not directly under the light, but the light is kind of right here. And I've had her facing this way because that's the way the spike was growing, because that's the brighter side. So I just left her that way. And this bloom here, look, let me put my hand there so the glare. Look at that gorgeous little bloom. Now that started to bloom and open up, oh, I don't know, probably about 2-3 days ago, it opened up. So I was waiting, again, you know how we get greedy. I was hoping that this one and this one would at least be open so we could see a better show. She's not quite open all the way. So hold on just one second. Go ahead, you can do it. You can do it. Go ahead. There you go. So one of my puppies likes to sit at the top of the stairs, and she thinks she can't go downstairs without permission. So sorry about that. But this one here is the one that's opened the most. And from what I've seen, this is about how they open up. But look how delicate that is. I love the striations in the sepals and the petals. And look at the lip. Look at the deepness of that lip. And let me just pull it down just a wee little bit. Let's see if we can do it this way. Maybe it'll be easier. Look at the yellow. Look at that. Is that not just the cutest? Just the cutest. So I do grow her, like I said, underneath this Barina light. Initially, I had her, let me just move over a little more. I had her on this plant stand right here, so she wasn't getting the bright light, and that's what that one leaf right here that didn't get a lot of variegation grew under. And I want the variegation, so I do have her under a brighter light. And like I said, since I've done that, I have noticed that I am getting variegation on this newer leaf here. The temperature in my living room, as I've stated before, between 72 and 76. Generally it hangs around 75. Under the lights though, those lights don't give off very much heat. So over in this area, it stays about 73, 74 degrees, so not too warm. I water her as the media is drying out. I do not let her dry out all the way. I fertilize her every other watering, so every 2 waterings she gets a fertilizer. At one fertilizer, she does get MSU fertilized. That's the one I use. I fertilize it about 160 parts per million, sometimes 180 depending on how I'm doing the measurement, but generally it runs about 160 parts per million. Once a month, I do give her a CalMag mix. Since she started on the spike, however, I have been increasing the CalMag from 50 parts per million to 100 parts per million, just to make sure I give her that extra calcium energy to grow the spike nice and long. Right now there are 9, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry, 8 blooms on here. And she does look like she's trying to kind of extend her spike here. I'm hoping that she does have herself all the way open here in the next few days. Again, I have noticed that, see how this one looks like it's getting ready to pop open? She's looked like that for 3 days. So don't expect these, like, again, our hybrid Phalaenopsis, where once you see the petals and sepals start separating from the bud, that all of a sudden it's just going to pop open. These don't really pop. What these do is they just gently open up. They're very, very ladylike, I think. But other than that, right now, there's not much to tell. I am really enjoying growing this one. I do plan on getting a few more of the Sogos. They come in different varieties. I want to get a couple more just to see what they do. But again, just as a note, slow root growers, not like our hybrids or even our Phalaenopsis summer novelty phals. They are not going to give you that expansive root system that you're expecting quickly. So do take care of all the roots that you can. In my environment, at least, I found that the brighter light will encourage the variegation. And from my experience in growing house plants that are variegated, the more light that they get, then the more variegation you will get. So I'm going to keep her under the Barina light unless she tells me she doesn't like it. And by tells me she doesn't like it, either the leaves will start burning, dehydrating, or she'll just start kind of going down. I doubt she'll do that, but just in case, I do keep an eye on her. I look at all of my orchids every day. I may not pick them all up, but I do look at all of them, kind of see what's going on if I've noticed anything. Pests, I don't have a problem with. I've stated before, because I grow in my home, I don't think that's why I don't really have a pest problem. I do tend to isolate new plants for a few days minimum, just to kind of see. I will also, again, when I'm looking at them, look for anything moving or crawling. And when I'm confident that there are no bugs, I will put them with the rest of my collection. So I think that's one of the reasons I don't really have too many issues with pests. I have had mealybugs here and there a couple of times, but I've managed to catch it in time, get rid of them so that they don't become a problem. I've never had any issue with thrips or scales, so let me knock on wood that I don't. But as with any hobby, the more you do it, eventually you will run into a bigger problem. So guys, go ahead and check out everyone else's videos on their Sogo Vivien. Let us know down in the comments down below. That was a lot of downs. Let me know in the comments down below if you grow this orchid. If you have any tips, if you think there might be something that you would have done differently that you might suggest. If you feel like maybe the light had nothing to do with the variegation, it was just maybe it was her first leaf growing in my care, so the different environment from Nicole Deanna's house to mine, or if the light is helping with the edging. And tell me what you think of that gorgeous bloom. Look at that. That is just, y'all, that is, and then just that wow yellow right there with that little white nose. But she's such a gorgeous little thing. I was hoping to show you guys more blooms, but of course, orchids are going to do what orchids are going to do. And she was like, no, you hold on, little lady. I'll give you one to show, maybe a part of another one, this one here. But I'm not going to give you a full show. Oh, no, you have to wait for that. Hope everybody has a beautiful day. Stay safe. Go watch the other videos, and we'll see you next time.